Hi, my name's Catherine.
And I'm Lynn, and we are a coffee break
with Cat and Mom. Welcome back to our podcast. It is, I don't know what episode, but we are in season 3. And today
middle of it.
Yeah. And today we are going to be talking about TV shows. Trending ones that we used to watch when I was younger, and episodes or seasons or TV shows, that have a million seasons and just seem to never end. And then just shows that have always been popular, or like even shows that like Suits, like that wasn't that popular back then, and all of a sudden now like the whole like our generation is just like binge watching. I have
so many in my head right now that we're talking, and I'm gonna forget them. Oh my gosh.
I know. But
I'm going to write them down. I'm freaking out. Go, continue.
But first, we'll do our week in review. I'll go while she...
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. I'll try to remember.
Our week in review, and I pretty much did schoolwork and training. I'm training for an Ironman. I say it every episode. But just in case this is your first time watching, I have just been training this week. And it is deload week, which means I cut back my volume a little bit before I do my 2 peak weeks in a row. One's running, one's more biking, and then after that I start taper. But even
and
taper...
that's always a magic word in any sports, especially when you guys were swimming, you and your sister swimming, like it's taper.
But it's really just like 3 weeks, and the first week of taper is pretty much like, it's not that great.
No.
But the last week of taper will be great, except for the stress and anxiety I'll be having.
Oh, my weekend review. My weekend
She's
review.
Been drinking.
No, I haven't.
I know, I was kidding.
I just went shopping all day. Well, my best friend left. She went back home. That was sad.
We talked about it in our last episode.
Yeah, she was
But
here.
She wasn't featured on it. She has been featured on it, though, before.
And she did not want to this time.
But it ended up being a really good episode.
Yes, and it was, we had a lot of fun. She went back home, had a big week at work, and getting ready for your sister's 12th birthday last year before being a real teenager. So
crazy. She already looks like a teenager and acts like one.
Oh my gosh, it's just, I think she's been 11 for 5 years. I'm not kidding. But I just saw pictures today. You know how Shutterfly or your phone brings up pictures from 5 years ago? She was so tiny. And now she's taller than me. And, but anyway, so part of the birthday gift, since we just moved here, last May, I'm actually finishing her bedroom. So I've been painting that bedroom now, and we went
She's
shopping.
been painting for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I find it, I don't know, I find it calming, and I like it. I just accomplish something, and I'm not bad at it, I think. No,
you're good at it. You should start people's houses.
Hell no. I'll do my own. But there's a point that I'm going to have to hire some people because I'm not doing staircase and stuff like that. But anyway, so I just went shopping with her for accessories and just make it cute just for her, and also to buy the last few pieces of furniture that we need for this house, like a coffee table. How can I not find a coffee table?
The house your own, which we talk about in our podcast, where we talk about our podcast episode where we talk about moving and kind of like the pros and the cons of it, or like the downsides and like the good stuff. And the good stuff is like getting to make your place your own.
Yeah. I just don't want to rush it. So, you know, like I had like a little meltdown like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was like feeling sorry for myself. Like, oh my God, my house not decorated for fall. And all because I saw your boyfriend's mom's house all decorated and this and that.
She goes all out.
I know, but I used to as well. And it's just like we've been in transition. Like we were transitioning in Iowa. Then we went for almost a year in the condo. And then, finally got our stuff back, and I'm just trying to get the house looking the way I want, and kind of, I just had a little mini meltdown, but I will do the fall Halloween decorations tomorrow. Also, it's your sister's birthday, beginning of October, so I usually try to wait so that it doesn't overpower her birthday, but she's going to be 12, so she's fine.
So that is pretty much our week in review. Nothing very interesting this week, but we are called a coffee break for a reason. Every episode we go to a small local coffee shop and we go try it, and then we come back and we review it for you guys. So this week we went to Barista Creamery, which is actually literally the building right next door to where she works. The lady was so nice. She even wrote us like a little note on each of our cups
Mine said you're awesome, and it was like, she brought it. She came to get adjusted and get treatment in my office, and it was kind of like, oh my gosh, like I need the caffeine or whatnot. But mine said you're awesome, and it just, I don't know, it made me feel so much better. My afternoon was much better.
And mine said be positive, and that was the day that I had like a super energy drop. Like I was just so low energy. My body was not recovering, and I had to take like a complete off day. Like my legs were just
I remember
shot.
that. Yeah.
It was bad. And so that was so uplifting. And I got an iced mocha latte. Very good. I don't know why, but like I'm all of a sudden onto my iced mocha lattes.
Well, so she chose for me because I was working, and you know how I love my matcha. And I got a salted caramel latte, right?
Latte, yes.
Iced. And I don't do super sweet drinks, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, why am I drinking this? Like, I don't want to drink this. And she's like, well, that's yours. And the other one was mocha. I'm like, I want the mocha. Anyway, so I took a sip of mine. It was not sweet at all. The caffeine, I don't know what. We need to figure out what coffee beans they use.
The espresso was so good.
It was so strong and so good, and it kind of killed all the extra sweetness of the salt caramel. I didn't even know I liked salt caramel, because I know like when we do it at different other
it can be too sweet.
I can't. I drank this whole thing, but I'm telling you, and I liked mine better than yours, and you liked yours better than mine, so that's kind of cool. But the caffeine in this, was it just one shot? I mean, let me tell you, I was on speed the entire rest of the day. I know.
I ended up doing getting so ahead of my homework. Yeah. But it was great. So if you guys are near Stuart, Florida,
totally go back again.
Yes, and it's a walk away from your
home. I know.
So if you guys are near Stuart, Florida, go check out Barista Creamery, and then
off of Martin's Highway.
Yes, and then about 2 episodes ago, I think we went to Sebastian, Florida, and we tried this place called Beeb's Coffee, which turns out that's the place. The guy was wearing a Beeb's Coffee shirt.
Yes.
At the Stuart Market, and I got an iced mocha latte. Yep, I also got a
bunch of whipped cream,
but it was frozen.
Yes,
it was frozen, so it was like kind of like a frappuccino almost.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was the same coffee shop that we just reviewed, and it was also amazing. And the guy was very nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, he was very sweet. It was at the farmers market.
Yeah.
Of downtown Stuart.
He recommended an agave latte. And I've never had an agave latte, so I might need to try
We had agave martinis.
When?
Wasn't that what we had at Shane's wedding? No, it was leche.
Oh, yeah.
It was leche.
I've never had anything agave, I don't think. But I'll have to try it next time at Beeb's Coffee. Yep. But anyways, go check out both of those if you guys are near Sebastian, or go to the Stuart Market. And near Stuart is the Barista Creamery. Yep. We just stopped for a brief second to eat our dinner, because we were extremely hungry, but we're back to talk about TV shows. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit all over the place, because we've done some pretty deep topics the past few episodes, and we kind of just wanted to talk about something that's fun and random, and I think it'll be fun for you guys to listen to as well, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this world that's very stressful, and it causes a lot of anxiety just to hear about. So I think that this might help a lot of people just relax and think about something fun, get their mind off of what's going on.
Watching TV shows that actually, I know your dad kept on saying sometimes, like even books that I would read, these are not even real things that's going on in the real world. And sometimes I just like, because I have to deal with the real world every day.
Yeah. It's our little escape.
For Jinx. Even in a book, and actually, in the books that I would read, like John Grisham and things like that,
they still do give you anxiety.
Well, they do, but it's like, it's not just anxiety, like you're so stressed or whatever, but they do research, like attorney things or whatever, blah, blah, so it's not just like romance.
Well, mine's fantasy and like world building.
Just to escape from this real world, because sometimes it's really hard. But anyway, so one TV show that's been running for never. FFE. I'm so sorry I just swore, but it's Grey's Anatomy. Seriously.
She used to watch all of it.
Yeah, when they first started, I watched every single episode. I would say that I lasted like religiously, probably a good almost 10 years. I think so, because it started when you were like born.
I would get pissed off when you would watch it. All the popular girls in my school would watch Grey's Anatomy, and they thought that they could be nurses because they watched Grey's Anatomy. No, and that's what made them want to be nurses, which is great. But you can't be a nurse just because you watch a show.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's... I don't think it's. I mean, it's totally fictional. But anyways,
yeah, I watched only one episode, and it was like a shooting at the hospital. The same time, this girl's having a baby, and then somebody else dies, and all in one episode. And I was like, "What?"
And the fact that it's
this
still
is what you guys are
going,
talking about?
It's just like, are you serious?
And like half the characters died already.
And then, well, some of them should have been fired. I mean, for the shit they were doing while they were working. But anyway, that's one of them that I just can't believe it's still going. I know it was going last year, so I don't know about this year. But because
I don't know. I
the
think
new
there might
season, we're September, so the new season of TV shows. So that's one that's been going on for a really long time. Another one that I thought about right away is Law and Order. Law and Order has been going on before I think you were born.
And that stuff is more like, but it's more real. Like, I think that'll be something that always goes on because they take real cases. Like, and they find
it's
inspiration
fictional,
from
but
that.
it's inspired by
they find inspiration
cases.
from true cases, which I think that'll be something that'll always go on, and it's interesting for a lot of people.
And then they expanded, I mean, the Law and Order original one still goes on, and then their SVU that's like very close. I mean, what's her name, Mariska Hargitay or whatever. That's been there since the first episode of Law and Order, and then switched to SVU, and she's amazing. That's another one that's been going there for a long time. And then there's like SVU. What's the other one that her partner is now Elliot, whatever his name is, and he's now with like not gangs but some more criminal things. And I started watching too. Order? Yeah, it's still Law and Order, and I've been watching it too. And sometimes she's in that episode. I kind of like those. I mean,
yeah, it's just there's shows that you don't have to watch in order.
Oh no!
Like you can watch
unless they have 2-3 episodes together. You don't.
Yeah.
Was it Blue Blood was for I loved Blue Blood.
She did love Blue Blood.
I mean,
and the Blacklist. You love.
Oh my gosh, the Blacklist. It got a little bit too much at the end. It was a bit too much, but at the beginning, and because I really like this actor, and now it's gonna bug me because I had him in my head.
The bald guy.
Yes.
The main guy. I don't know, but I actually saw.
No, he was a heartthrob when he was younger.
Oh really?
Oh my.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that on TikTok.
And he had huge blonde hair. What's his name? You Googled this thing because I'm not.
We will after the episode. I think that they can do. You guys Google it. If you guys care.
He was in Boston Legal, and that show he was an attorney in Boston Legal with James Spader, whatever his name is, that he was in Star Trek, whatever. Anyways, these two together, but just him that we're talking now is bald. He was bald in Boston Legal as well. He had monologues so freaking long, and I was always so impressed on how the hell does he remember all this shit. He probably ad-libbed like half of it, and it was all legal jargon. I mean, it was just like, how did you do all this? And then in the Blacklist, he had to do the same thing too. He's a very good actor. Oh my goodness, yes.
Another. Well, there are 3 shows that have been going on for a while, but I followed for a long time, and now I'm just like, once it gets to a point, it just gets to a point. Like when people start leaving the show, it's the 3 Chicagos.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love them. I would watch all of them. I loved when they crossed over and stuff. But then it just gets to a point when half the cast leaves.
It's James Spader. I was right. William Shatner was the other one.
Oh, okay.
So James Spader, he's the one that's unbelievable. And of course, William Shatner. I mean, Shatner is freaking hilarious. So.
But they would all cross over. It was great. You'd get really attached to these characters. But then they start leaving, and then you're just like, I don't really want to keep watching this.
Some of the main characters are still there, and actually, it's kind of funny because in Chicago PD, one of my very, very good friends from Iowa, his daughter was one of the extra. She is actually now the starting character in The Great Gatsby in the musical in Chicago.
Also
in New York,
Chicago Med. Yeah, your godson. Yeah. was an extra in that scene too.
He was like a patient he was having some issues. What I can't remember
like an episode. Something like that. But that was really cool to see somebody that we knew on a show that we watched regularly. But a tradition that my family and I would have would be we'd get Whitey's Ice Cream, which is an ice cream shop in Iowa, and also there's a couple other locations. It's more Midwest.
The best ice cream.
The best ice cream ever.
Best ice cream ever.
We would get Whitey's, and we'd go home, and either Friday or Sunday. We would sit down, eat our ice cream, and watch The Goldbergs, Modern Family, The Middle, And then when the show Speechless was a thing, we watched
Yeah.
Speechless. But it was really just the Goldbergs.
The Goldbergs were
Modern Family in the middle.
I think it was Fridays. I think, or maybe it was
Fridays.
Sundays. I can't remember. But oh my
If
gosh,
we couldn't do it on Fridays, we'd do it on Sundays.
Yeah.
But we'd have like pizza sometimes.
it's always depend on your sports schedule for the
Yeah.
Saturday. But oh my gosh, the Goldbergs. Beverly Goldberg is. She's just.
Reminds me of Sue Shimbori.
Oh my! I hope Sue.
Shout out Sue.
Hi Sue. Well, Sue Heck from
The Middle.
the middle. Oh my God, she
Those
was
shows
the
were
best.
it's such a huge part of my childhood because I'd get so excited to watch the next episode that would come out. And that was when
And Modern Family too, because it integrated some, like a gay couple, a family that's like both parents are working, 3 kids, and one,
Yeah.
like the sister, and then the other couple which is
age
their
gap,
dad,
yeah.
a huge gap because he remarried a very young person, and so that was great to put them all together and stuff.
It's so fun to watch that, and it
Yeah.
also helps you escape reality because you get to watch those other people's lives and
well, the
just
Goldberg
like, get a laugh.
it was based on Adam Goldberg's like when he grew up.
Yeah,
So it was like, because you would always see, I don't know if some of you never seen it, it's worth going to see it. And it just ended not that many years ago. It's
No.
like fairly recent. In Adam Goldberg, so he's the younger kid in the family. There was no sisters. There's an older brother and an older sister in the TV show,
yeah,
but there was 2
there is a
brothers.
sister. Yeah,
They had to add one just to make it, I guess, I don't know, more fun, whatever. But it's based on his own childhood when he was filming around in his family.
Yeah.
And then at the end of each episode, there was the footage of the inspiration for that episode.
it's
It's
really
freaking
it's really
hilarious.
cool.
Miss Goldberg was like,
Awesome.
to a T, Mrs. Goldberg. I mean, it's, yeah.
My schmoopy whoopie bears or whatever
Yeah.
she'd say. I love her, and I don't know. I feel like
The outfits.
you kind of take like the personalities of like the TV shows that you watch, and I think that's like me growing up with those shows. I've definitely like taken some of that personality into myself.
And what was fun too is like this was kind of like still a little bit of innocent, and then you
Mhm.
talk about this the next day at school and things like that, because I know we're going to talk about Friends in a minute, but and now it's just like there's no such thing. Like everybody's on their computer, phones, whatever. They don't like this reality TV, which we all know it's scripted reality
Yeah.
TV. There's no more
I am going to talk
reality
about
TV.
a couple TV shows that are out right now that are the craze, but TV shows that are no longer running, but
We're still
but are
watching.
still very popular are obviously Friends and The Office.
This is Seinfeld. I think it's still playing.
Yeah, but Friends and The Office I think will always be the biggest ones, just because The Office they both have so many episodes, but
But The Office is
with The
newer.
Office you can watch like a random episode and like it's still funny. But
Well, so is Friends.
you can like follow their friendship. It's just like as a person around their age, like you watch it when you're around their age.
Yeah, I was a little bit younger, but I just remember when Rachel kissed, I know his real
Ross.
name, Ross, as David is his
Yeah.
real name, Ross. Because it was aired every Thursday. So I just remember I was in high school, and I just remember like they were showing throughout the nation and maybe the
Yeah.
world, and people were watching this. They had like watch parties at bars, and they showed it in the news the next day, like when they kissed, and people were like, "Wah!" like the whole bar would erupt. I remember
It's
going to
so-
school the next day, and that it was the subject of freaking conversation.
And it's so crazy because I want to like compare that. Like that was your thing was Friends and like you having watch parties and stuff. And now it's the same exact thing, but it's with The Summer I Turned Pretty. They had like at almost every bar, I swear, in Florida and probably across the U.S. They had and the world. I mean, the last few episodes were filmed in Paris, and they did a watch party in Paris for like the cast, and like they invited people there.
That's cool.
And it was huge. Like, I don't even know the numbers of the people that watched it, but it's like insane. They used 30 Taylor Swift songs, and like, I don't know how much that costed them, but when the last episode when they kiss, everybody like is screaming at the top of their lungs at these watch
I still
parties.
haven't watched it. I know I have to watch it. I'm
She
gonna
has to
watch it
watch
with
it.
her. But yeah,
But I'll talk about that after we talk about some of the shows that are still like popular.
I remember when I was younger, like Seinfeld was pretty much kind of like it overlapped with Friends, and then Friends continued and Seinfeld stopped. Seinfeld was hilarious. Like, hello Newman. That was something. I mean, I know you probably didn't watch really much of that, but and then was ending before that was Cheers, which it's everybody wants to go to Boston and go to the bar Cheers. That was and then Newman. Actually, that was not the same Newman, but he was a guy sitting always at the bar, same stool. He just passed away actually, but that was it was older than me, and I still remember watching a few episodes. I think maybe my mom was watching. I don't know, but I remember that. But then it was like Seinfeld, Friends,
and Full House will always be big.
Oh, Chips! It was called Chips. And it was two police officers. I was younger, and oh my gosh, that was my favorite show. There were two police officers in California on motorcycles. So they were the motorcycle police officers. And it was a huge cop show, like Chicago.
I feel like Dad told me about this.
Yeah, like Chicago PD, but it was like Chips. It was called CHIPS, I think, whatever what it stands for. I don't care, but it was my thing. I wanted to watch that. It was just like, for me, I think it was so cool to see cops on motorcycles.
And then also Castle. I don't know if it got as big as it should have. I think it definitely should have gotten bigger. Like my generation should start watching it.
Favorite.
It's so good.
We watched every single episode, and then my mom bought me the entire series. And before we moved out of our house, we watched every single disc, from the first episode to the last episode. Still pissed off at the last episode. But anyway, because it shouldn't have ended, because it was not supposed to end. But apparently it was a cast issue, feud. But to this day, we still have it here. Sometimes we're just like, what are we watching? Oh, shit, we're just going to continue. Yes. We restarted it, and it's on Peacock or Hulu, whatever what it is on. But we have it running. He was so good in this.
I'm trying to remember the shows, because I have so many shows going through my head right now.
But these are big ones, though.
I literally just had a show in my head, and I forgot. But, before I get to that, Suits wasn't really big until recently. Like, obviously people watched it like it was a thing, but like all of a sudden it blew up and people started watching it, and now they're doing Suits
probably because of Meghan Markle.
Yeah, but now they're doing Suits LA.
Oh.
So that's something
Wait, now that you're saying this, I was watching TV when Angie was here, my best friend was here, I said, and there was a commercial, I don't know why, because we were watching football. So we put it on the regular TV on cable, and they were showing there's an Law and Order Toronto. And I'm just like, what? Because they never say where they're at. They're in New York, but, Toronto.
It's really random.
So why? And
Toronto.
What is going on? And I'm like, are they Canadian actors? I mean, what's going on? I'm like, seriously?
Something must be up in Toronto. But this is what I was going to say. So what's really cool to see, like, a show that was huge, like kind of like Friends, but a show that was huge when like you were in your 20s, that now that I'm in my 20s, everybody in college is watching it, and it's Sex and the City.
Oh yeah. Oh my, I followed. Your dad gave me the
I just
whole.
saw my cat. His leg fell off. He got a new cat.
I bought him a cat tower.
And he's obsessed with it.
No, but Sex and the City, I watched the first episode up until the movie.
Yeah.
The first movie. I think I watched the second, but that was it. And then I didn't watch anything else after that, even the sequel, whatever. What they did.
Nobody really likes it.
No. Well, Samantha was not in it, so Samantha was second biggest thing after Jessica Parker. I mean, after Carrie.
But she's most people's favorite because Carrie can be.
Yeah.
Like
Samantha didn't give a shit, and she was older, and she just carried on. But anyway, your dad for Christmas one year gave me the whole, because that's when we had CDs and DVDs. I mean, he gave me the whole thing.
I do remember always seeing it there, and I was like, "What the hell's this show?" And then all of a sudden, I just see
because you couldn't watch it,
I know. And I was
age.
like, "This is weird. It's called Sex and the City. That's gross." And then all of a sudden, like, I get to college, and it's like blowing up again. And I started watching it, and I like loved it. I think I'm on like season 4 or something.
Okay, there's a lot.
But it's very good. I love it. I love all their different like fashion styles.
All their 4 different personalities. I'm telling you, it's good up until like the second movie. I think that's when they were. I think they ended good, and and then they wanted to restart it, and then they didn't have Samantha, and I
And a
think
lot
they
of
just
people
trying to.
lost view, or
Yeah, it's
stopped
because
watching.
they were the 4 girls, you know,
Yeah.
and I know they wanted to now add so many people to touch every kind of, you know, population, whatever genre, but no, that's not what Sex and the City was. It was
Yeah.
the 4 girls, and
Yeah.
how they dealt with it. But yeah, that was a good one for a long time. I did have some in French, you know, in Canada, in Montreal, that I remember growing up with too, and we can still, you know, like, oh, do you remember, you know, so you just, that were, you know, playing for a long time, but yeah.
But I think it's cool that that was a show that was big, and now it's coming back.
Oh no, it's when you guys start to watch Friends, and your sister Val would be like, well, wait, because this happened. I'm like, did you know I watched those like live, right? Like we had to fucking wait every Thursday
and it's so crazy
to watch
me,
it, and you guys watch a whole freaking season
because
in 3
now
days.
it's the same thing, but with The Summer I Turned Pretty for Us. Like that, you guys watched that and in like a bar and like screamed about it. So that's also like it's like a fun experience for everybody.
What was playing Love Island, like reality BS. But anyway, and then they had a couple of watch shows and
watch parties for Love
Watch
Island.
parties.
But I stopped watching it because the producers obviously control a bunch of shit, and these people on this island, they literally have a therapist on the island because you go to bed at like, you don't even know at the time. They have no like idea what time it is, so they have to keep time with the sun. And like most people would be like, no, I don't feel bad for them because they chose to be there, but like nobody really knows like behind the cameras, or like when they're not being filmed, like what, like you don't get to talk to your family, like you're stuck on the island with a bunch of freaking, I don't know, random people.
Yeah, pretty much. Talking about like the first, I think really maybe it was one of the biggest reality TV first was called the one that's called Survivor, and it's been going on for ever.
Yeah,
I think it was before you guys were born. I know I had moved to the United States. I was going to school, and the very first Survivor was this gentleman that won, older guy, and he walked naked the entire time. The entire show, he was naked.
So weird.
I can't remember if he was putting something on to do not the activities, but you know, the challenges. But I know otherwise he was always naked. And it was so funny because after how many season, people were starting to say like, you know, like it's kind of funny that we are a bunch of Americans that we're sending these people to survive on the island, that there's people living on the island and that's their island. And then here we are like, how? Like, it was just
weird.
like these people live there. Like they had to actually bring rice and bring this and that, you know, like we know nothing. If shit happens like this, like we're doomed.
Yeah.
But these people, so there's the natives that survive on these freaking island, but we
and then there's us, the assholes that come for a reality TV show.
Yeah, and trying to survive the island with rice because they would give rice. So I think I just got bit by something. It's
great.
Anyway, sorry.
But now we're going to talk about shows that have been like the recent. I mean, I want to talk about Peaky Blinders first because it's not like super recent, like, but it is.
But this was
recent.
Like,
But the movie's going to be coming out next year.
It was only like 6 seasons.
Yeah,
6 years. No, it went on for quite.
I thought it was 8 seasons.
8, but it went on for like over 10, 12 years.
Yes, but the movie's coming out in a year.
That'd be exciting. I can't wait.
Something like that.
That's good.
That show is so well made. Cillian Murphy has like
Cillian. It's Cillian?
It's Cillian.
Oh.
He has an insane acting, like such good acting. He's amazing. Christopher Nolan is an amazing movie director, and he kind of picked up Cillian Murphy because he just. I think Christopher Nolan has an eye for like just finding really good actors or picking really good actors for his movies, and Cillian Murphy was one of them, and he was in
Oppenheimer,
and he's just such a good actor. It's crazy. Everybody in Peaky Blinders is an amazing actor. All the men, like it doesn't when you're watching. So you know how sometimes you're watching a show and you can almost like picture them acting like with the cameras and everything. Yeah. But like with Peaky Blinders, I feel like I'm fully immersed into it, and I cannot.
You just don't know what the camera is.
It doesn't feel like fake. It doesn't feel like acting. It feels like very real, like you're watching something real. So that's
No,
why I love it.
that's I just restarted. Well, season
Mhm.
almost done with season 2 because I had restarted it. You just need the caption. Their accent is
Mhm.
pretty thick, but yeah,
And
that's a
then
good one.
obviously Gossip Girl and Vampire Diaries. Those are a very fun watch. Every season is interesting. There's a plot going on. Gossip Girl, I think, is going to be something like Sex in the City for the future generations.
Yeah, but we're all talking. It's more on apps, It's more on like Hulu, Peacock, things like that. Where the older shows was on cable.
Yeah. Dancing with the Stars having to come back because
it's been 20 years.
I feel like
you were 1 year old.
We stopped watching. I feel like a lot of people stopped watching it. It wasn't doing good. It was struggling, and then they started to get some good people back on. Last year they had some good people. This year I think they have like a really stacked celebrities, I guess. And I think it's gonna be good. It was interesting. I love to see I hate when I see people in the comment section being like, that wasn't good, like that dance was terrible. And I was like, I think that was pretty good for somebody who doesn't know how to dance. Yeah. Like they look
how happy
they look like a dancer who isn't great. But at least they look like a dancer.
Yeah.
So I mean I think it's fun to watch and I love their costumes and stuff. But a show that really went downhill very quickly was Riverdale. I don't know if you remember me watching the first 2 seasons of Riverdale. Remember, it's based off the comics.
I know, and I read the comics when I was younger.
I watched first 2
Archie
seasons.
And whatever the name. Yeah, I remember Jughead. Yeah,
and Betty, and Veronica. But I watched until like halfway through the 3rd season, and then shit started to get really weird. I don't know if it's based off the comics, so the comics must have gotten really fucking weird too.
Well, I read a lot of them, so it was just like the little book like this that you bought. Like we were checking out at like the grocery store, and there would be a new one, and then we would buy it. So
no, it started to go downhill, and I stopped watching because like one season was a musical. I was like, "What is going on?" And another season, they have powers. I was like, "I thought this was a murder mystery. This was a murder mystery at first. Like, what the hell is going on?" But I stopped watching that. That went downhill quick. Love the people in it. Love how it started, and then it got.
I kind of don't. Now that you're saying this, I remember you watching it, but I just don't. Yeah.
Weird.
But some of the new ones, like like I said, we like the main actor of Castle, Richard Castle. He switched and like dropped half of his weight, whatever, and then now he's more in a serious role, and it's called The Rookie.
I don't like The Rookie.
It could be good. I just don't think the actors are super I don't want to say bad quality. I don't know. Maybe there are A actors. I don't know, but I would say more B. But it's just like we're so used to see him funny,
with,
like his facial, facial. I mean, his facial expression in Castles. And now he's just
not. He has a very bland character that he has to play. It's just not. There's just no.
It's too serious.
Personality.
It's too serious for him.
Yeah.
Because he was so funny before. But I mean, it's not that bad. It's just if you really just want to escape for a second, watch it. But your sister and I got just completely like attached to this new, it's called High Potential. And it's this lady that is a mom and she's just has a photogenic memory. And it just obviously doesn't make sense. But still, we were so into it that we watched a whole freaking series. And then at the end, it was just like, we were too fast, know, and then it just started the 2nd season. They didn't know if it was going to work or not. She's just so good. She's such a good freaking actress. She's freaking hilarious. She's, brilliant in that role. So I can't wait to watch. We're going to go watch that tonight. And then there's,
Or The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yes. And then there's, Trent. What's his first name? Will Trent.
I don't watch these shows.
Was that?
I said I haven't watched any of these shows.
Will Trent, your sister doesn't really like it, but it's like I
think it's weird
because he had dyslexia, so that's why.
Oh well, you're making me look like a shithead now.
No, he has dyslexia. Oh, he grew up like this. He was an orphan, and then he kind of talks to little cassette thing to remember what he does. So I think he's actually a pretty good actor too. I mean, it's like I said, it's just like Chicago PD, Chicago, whatever, it's fun to watch.
He has dyslexia?
Yeah, you can see that he can't read.
Oh.
So, but anyway, so that's fun. But no, High Potential is like, we just watch it, we're like, yeah, whatever. And then there's a second one, we're like, okay, now totally hooked into it. She's pretty funny.
But But I'm going to finish off with, unless you have any other shows you wanted to talk about.
No, the FBI's. There's like 25 kinds now. So.
Yeah.
Emily in Paris.
Emily in Paris. Oh,
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. Those are
Outlander.
Really
all these, but these are all on
all
on
the
apps.
historic ones, like what's the one where they're in Scotland? They're at the castle.
Outlander.
No. The one I watched it right when we got back from London. It's like about the family.
Oh, Queen Anne Queen of Scots.
No, it's not that one, but that one's a good one
Reign?
too.
Reign.
Reign's a good one too. It's
Yeah.
not that one. I forgot.
Downton Abbey.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the one. That's also.
is it still going? I think it's still going. Is it?
Yes,
I don't
they
know.
just came out the movie. I think they're coming out.
Oh,
the movie.
okay.
But those are all really good. I just love stuff that reminds me of our trip to London. So.
Yeah. We would've
And they're
lived
also
there.
history, and it's fun to watch like history play out and like those type of shows because it makes it very interesting and it like grasps your attention, and then you're also learning at the same time. So
I learned a lot of stuff from Outlander. I mean, it was kind of funny that I've learned a lot of history from this movie, the sequence on things. Obviously it doesn't make sense at all, but it's no, it was great. Great
One
actors
show-
there too.
one show I haven't watched is Game of Thrones, which I've been wanting
Yeah.
to start.
I haven't
but
watched that either.
I tried to watch the first episode, and I didn't make it past that because I'm not big on like gore and like I don't know. It was just a lot, but I do want to get to the part where the dragons come in because it looks pretty dope. Because I watched Lord of the Rings and I fell in love with it, and I was like, I kind of want to watch more
But I
stuff
can't
with
believe
dragons.
that girl isn't she like the queen or the
Queen of
princess?
Dragons, Mother of Dragons.
And she's the one that plays in You Before Me.
Yeah. Oh, totally different person.
I know. It's
She's
just I'm so blown away when I was like, wait a second, that's
She
the
has a
same
really
actress.
good like acting range. It's crazy. But there's just so many shows. Like
Yeah.
I want to watch the Vikings, whatever.
Oh, the Vikings Valhalla.
I do want to watch that. And
Yeah,
The
I
Witcher.
watched all of them.
I would love to watch
The
those.
Witcher. I watched The Witcher until it stopped. Like now it's not Henry. I'm gonna totally destroy his name. Cavill.
I think it's
Cavill.
Cavill.
Okay, him.
Cavill.
Henry. He's not The Witcher anymore. So I'm like, nah, not gonna do.
That's her celebrity
It's just
crush.
when they switch the main freaking actor.
That's usually
It's
you stop the
terrible.
show.
It's
You
just,
stop the show and
yeah.
you maybe make a spin-off with another person. But I need to watch those. They seem very good.
Yellowstone. Hello.
Oh,
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's huge.
Amazing. And their ending was amazing. I'm so sad it's ended, but amazing. The way it ended, I mean, it couldn't have finished better. I mean, such a plot twist, whatever. It was amazing.
A show that I also do not like, but I watched anyways, is Ginny and Georgia.
Don't know what that is.
I don't. The acting is terrible, and the whole time I was pissed off. But you know, when you start a show and you have to want to figure out what happens.
Uh-huh.
That was me. But oh god, she's just so pick me. Like, everybody's going through their issues. Everybody has their problems, and she literally thinks the world revolves around her, and doesn't care about literally anybody else. But anyway, I know she goes through a lot of shit in the show, which is
it's
sad.
fun about a few.
But I don't want to not recommend it because I mean there's some like real life problems that has good lessons to it, but like god, the acting's terrible, so I don't.
Okay,
I don't
just
watch
thought
it.
about 3 shows and one I can't remember the name. Family. What did I say earlier? Family Ties. Family. No. Oh my gosh, that's old. That's with Michael J. Fox.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was when they were here in Florida during the winter with Steve Urkel. Did I do that? That was like his favorite. That was
Steve Urkel.
Yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was really big too. And then the one with the 2 twins. The twins that are very, very popular now. Very
Olsen Twins.
Yeah. Whatever show they were when
I said Full House.
Full House. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh, you already
said
said
that.
also.
Yeah.
Sorry. So these were the 3 that were at about the same time too. That was really big. I remember that.
Another show that I recently watched is Runarounds. It reminds me of a Disney TV show, but with like cussing in it. So if you want to be like reminded of your childhood
and cussing it
and with I don't know, a more mature vibe to it, watch it. But the music's great in it. It's just I feel like they kind of just go in circles with the same plot. So I don't know if you like band and rock music and Disney vibes, go watch it. It's like Lemonade Mouth, but older version. So go check that out. And then lastly, I want to finish off with Summer I Turned Pretty because she needs to watch it. And it's based on the books. I'm just going to explain it to her because we're going to watch it. It's based on the book, The Summer I Turned Pretty. There's 3 books, and there's 3 seasons. The last episode of season 3 just came out, and it was like the end of the world. Jenny Han, I don't know how to say her last name. She's the writer of the book, and she obviously helped like produce and direct the show. It's about these 2 families who the children like grew up together. 2 boys and then a daughter and a son from the other family. And they go to the summer house every summer. And it's just really the 2 moms because one of the moms is divorced and the other mom, her husband works like, what is it? It's Boston, I think. So they spend the summer there with their kids. And these moms are best friends. So it follows the story of the moms and like their grown-up problems. But then it follows the story of her daughter. And she's always been in love with one of the sons. And then it just kind of goes back and forth with the brothers. But as they mature and grow up, you see their characters change. And
shorten this up. Seriously,
I know.
It's like I'm watching the freaking show. I don't need to watch it.
But then you get a time jump in season 3. And I'm just really bad at explaining shows and explaining
it's very lengthy right now.
I'm so bad at this.
Note.
But the last season you have a time jump and you get to see like how much they've matured, and their acting is so good because they have to act like they're younger, obviously, in the first 2 seasons. And then they finally get to act their actual age in the last season. And you really get to see their like maturity blossom.
So I hope that you guys liked it. I hope that some of you, actually most of you, have watched some of them.
Or go
otherwise go watch them, because some of them are hilarious. Even like go back and watch them. The Goldbergs.
Yes, they're really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go follow us on Instagram at @acoffee.break, TikTok at @coffee_break, and our YouTube. That's where you'll find the video podcasts, and that is Coffee Break with Cat and Mom. And we end every episode with a Would You Rather, and a last shout out to Barista Creamery in Stuart, Florida.
Palm City, Florida.
Palm City.
But it's okay.
They're right next to each other.
It's like across the bridge. Okay, so there's a few here that I'm... okay, would you rather not know what you're doing tomorrow for 10 years or know exactly what you're doing every day for the next 10 years?
Wait, can I see that? Not know what you're doing tomorrow for 10 years or know exactly what you're doing every day? I would rather not know what I'm doing.
Okay. Surprise every day?
Yeah, because that's more spontaneous. I feel like it's boring if I know what I'm going to do. I feel like not knowing leaves opportunity. And
it's a fresh canvas.
Yeah, that's what I'm choosing.
Look at us being so philosophical.
I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I know it's a little bit random, but it's just fresh and light. Yeah. And now
we're all going to go watch those shows.
Yes, we're going to go watch. So hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next week.